Hey, everybody, it's CJ Graham. That's right, Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, Part 6. And you're listening to Breaking the Fourth Wall.
Obviously, we haven't heard from Melissa. Ren can't make it, and nobody's heard from Chris. So fuck it.
All right, so this is it. Just the four. The original four.
The original four.
All right.
Well, not really, because Chris ain't here.
Well, that would be the original five, but we were four of the original five.
True. Colin, Serenity, you gonna turn on your cameras?
Yeah, I'm just setting up pillows.
Setting up pillows
over
your head.
Yep. Let's see the hair.
Oh.
Told you it doesn't look any different. It does not look bad.
Bullshit. I have bangs. Look.
No, you don't.
Yeah, only when you do that.
When you do that. The bangs. I'm thinking when you first told me you got
like, okay, no mind.
When you told me you got bangs, the first thing I thought of was like back in the 90s where girls
the big boofy fucking hairspray shit.
They're cut to here, about here, and then they ponytail them. You know what I mean? Or they tea spray. I told Don that we want to do the one off about bad hair days.
Oh yeah, bad hairs.
But when you kept saying you were cutting your hair short, I was like, oh fuck, and that's not that short. That's all right. That's all right.
Okay, until approved. I'm happy.
Okay.
You got a haircut too.
What's that?
You got a haircut too.
I'm just not wearing a hat today.
Oh, well, it looks good. I like your haircut better than mine.
I haven't gotten a haircut in a while. I'm recording all this, by the way. I haven't gotten my hair cut in a while because the person that cuts my hair and has cut my hair since I was like 17 fucking years old is not doing well right now. So I'm worried about her. At the same time, I can't get my hair cut. So
was she the one that dreadlocked your pubes?
Yes. No, no, I did that myself.
No wonder she's not feeling well.
Oh my God.
Nope, I've had the same woman cutting my hair since I was 17 years old. And even when I lived in Florida for a year and a half, I visited Ohio twice. And both times, that's when I came back and got a haircut and then went back to Florida. So I wouldn't even know how to fucking act in another hair place right now. So,
well, I'll wear a mask. It's the only real rule.
He doesn't give a shit.
Hey guys, welcome to Breaking the Fourth Wall Weekly. It's been a while. Hope you enjoyed that little banter. And on top of it, I am your host, Christopher Stolle. And yes, we are talking hair today. And I'm going to show you guys real quick. You know, I didn't cut my hair, but I haven't combed it or
right there.
I haven't combed it or put any hairspray or anything in it simply because I can't afford it. Thanks to gas prices skyrocketing and the Keystone pipeline shutting down. Thank you, Biden. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Joining me as always is the host with the most, the former host of the Life Radio. It's going to make our outros very short because he's got nothing to promote anymore. Mr. Don Smith.
I've always got shit to promote. It may not be the Life Radio show. And who knows? The Life may come back someday. It just might be like the fucking afterlife. I don't know. It'll be something. It'll probably be something because I'm not going to shut my mouth for very long.
There you go.
I didn't think I'd ever hear a man say that, but okay.
And speaking of people who are incapable of shutting their mouth, probably the most talkative person in the whole entire group, Mr. Colin Washburn. He's proving my point right now.
Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect timing.
Took the words right out of my mouth. And joining us as always, the lovely and talented, even though she butchered her bangs, Miss Serenity Stone. That was funny. That face you made as I was giving that intro reminded me of my daughter. Like mostly when she's trying to take a poop.
Oh.
He has a poop face. It kind of looks similar to.
Full of
Hey,
expression.
that's enough name calling. We're not going to be poop faces in here.
Sure we are. You know how we're going to get that poop face? Right after the O face, which is usually followed by something that Don says in the news buffet.
Absolutely. Hey, it's good to be here on the news buffet. I'm not doing the live radio show for a week or two. I've kind of missed going over the news, but we're gonna get started. We're just gonna dive right into it and head to Taiwan because why not?
Fuck it.
The Taiwanese government is urging residents not to change their legal names to salmon. Sorry. Thought I could get that one out. The Taiwanese government is urging residents not to change their legal names to salmon. That's right, SALMON, to take advantage of a restaurant's free sushi promotion. The Taiwan Ministry of the Interior said that nearly 100 people have registered to change their names to salmon under the country's Name Act to take advantage. What the hell is playing over here? Get off there. Sorry.
It's Pornhub popped up.
Restaurant changed Sushiro promotion, which promises free sushi for customers whose name include Chinese characters used to spell the name of the fish.
I can't necessarily blame him. Fucking sushi's expensive.
That's true. That's true. But I think the life radio show with salmon. That's I'm changing my fucking name to Salmon Smith. Just not so I can get free sushi because I tried sushi for the first time last week. First time I ever tried it.
I only like the California roll because it's tuna fish, and
the California roll is really good.
Hey,
I
it's
also
not tuna.
I had some salmon. It was good. It was good. It wasn't like stop the world, holy shit, good, but it was like okay, this is tasty. Like if somebody said you want to go get salmon, like if somebody said, like, yeah, that's cool. But if somebody said, hey, you want to go get sushi or tacos, I'm getting fucking tacos. I'm getting fucking tacos.
What about the green ball? What about the green ball? Okay, who's got the echo going?
Yeah, there is a lot of echo in there.
Well,
Anyway, what about my green balls?
Did you pop in the whole green ball?
Did not. I knew what that was ahead of time. I was not going to eat the whole green ball of wasabi. I did use it. I put a little bit on the sushi, but there was one I put a little too much on, and I could feel that in like the back of my fucking skull. I was like, God damn, that shit's hot.
Every time I even think about wasabi, I think of Cars 2 and Mater when he ate it, thinking it was pistachio ice cream. Do not eat the pistachio ice cream. It has turned.
Yeah. But no, I was for the first time trying it. It was okay. No, that's going to upset a lot
platter
of people.
any day.
But not enough to
God.
change it. But not enough to change it to the salmon radio news swimming upstream. You know,
Right. Welcome to the news buffet with salmon.
Give it a few weeks, it'll be very stinky.
Yeah. most of my news on this show is. So,
it smells like fish.
but yeah, apparently people are changing their name to salmon over in Taiwan. 100 people have changed their name to salmon, and I think why not?
Sounds fishy to me.
Yeah.
There's got to be a red herring in there somewhere.
Yeah. Police in Michigan said a $1,500 reward is being offered for the safe return of one of the town's most popular residents, a Ronald McDonald statue. The Woodhaven Police Department said the statue, which was seated on a bench behind the McDonald's in town, was taken at some point Friday night or early Saturday morning. Police said the bench was damaged in the theft, probably because they had to pry off a large Ronald McDonald statue. Ronald has been a big part of the Woodhaven community for many years, and the Grenaders Grenader family is offering $1,500 reward for his safe return. Police are asking anyone with information on the clown statue's whereabouts to contact the police department. So there you go.
So the Grenader family is offering up a reward. That's the bomb.
I completely agree. Explosive news.
Yes, it's the important stuff. I wondered if they had to. That's why they damaged the park bench, as they had to remove him by using a Grenader or two.
You know what though? But
They used a grenade or two to get him off.
But the name of the town was Woodhaven.
I think so. Yes, Woodhaven.
It explains how small they are. That a fucking Ronald McDonald statue is their biggest tourist attraction.
They're the most prized possession.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Now, granted, I'm from Philadelphia. You know, we got the Liberty Bell, we got Independence Hall, we got all, William Penn. We got all that stuff that's historic, and you want to come see. Just same with Colorado. You got the Rockies and everything else that you want to see. And Woodhaven has Ronald McDonald.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to be known for something. I grew up in the huge town of West Milton, Ohio, and we were excited in the late '80s when we got our first McDonald's in town.
Wow!
We had there was one or two hometown restaurants that kind of came and went, and then we got a McDonald's. I fucking hated it. Here's what the city council of West Milton, Ohio decided to do when they wanted to get this McDonald's in there. They tore down 3 historic homes. One of them was the first home in the town of West Milton that belonged to the guy that invented the fucking lightning rod. Yeah, let's tear that down for a McDonald's.
Why worry about a lightning rod when you can have a Big Mac?
Exactly. They did do a really shitty painting of the house and put the painting inside the McDonald's.
Oh my God.
That's insult to injury
nice
right there.
And the whole time I'm just pissed off because they screwed up that traffic light and I couldn't get out of work on time. Priorities, you know?
There it is. But as long as the fry guys were in the play area.
Exactly. And I will tell you, that's probably still one of the shittiest McDonald's in this whole state.
I will defend,
my nephew worked there.
I will defend this much for McDonald's, because right now the McDonald's around our areas are all doing the renovations, tearing down the building, no longer making it like the clown hut. They're trying to adult artistic it up, like to the brown box that has nothing to it.
Right, because that's what we need with our shit food is some class.
Exactly. But I'm thinking about like the toys. Like, you remember the Happy Meals, and they came with toys, and they still do, but the toys are so shitty compared. Bring back the McNuggets. You remember the McNuggets that had like the Halloween costumes and shit? The McNugget toys?
Vaguely.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid, I did not like McDonald's. I still don't care for McDonald's, but when I was a kid, I fucking hated them.
Look, the 2 greatest toys that you ever got out of the kids' meal was the McNuggets that you could put into costumes, and the McDonald's, the toys of McDonald's, like fries or the Big Mac box or like the milkshake that transformed.
The characters.
Right, but they transformed. They were Transformers. They transformed from robot into the Happy Meal contents, I guess you could say. Bring that shit back. That was cool toys. Nowadays, they've got shit like, I think I got one over here from the kids. Hold on.
Well, they got the big Pogs, I think, were the big things for a while. Little pieces of plastic.
Some cardboard. Yeah, some little cardboard shit. It's
Yeah.
like, give me a real toy. What the hell?
Yeah, but it all gets.
I don't have it anymore. We threw that shit away. It was stupid. It was supposed to look like a little spaceman. You look in him, and he's supposed to amplify the light or something. He didn't work, obviously. But, that was their idea of a toy.
Could work.
Whatever it takes, man. A goat that led. Good segue. A goat that led police on a chase near downtown Las Vegas has been adopted and is now headed to a new permanent home, animal rescuers said. The 1-year-old goat, dubbed Buzzy, led police and animal control officers on a chase for more than an hour Saturday in a neighborhood near the city's downtown. Buzzy was taken by the Animal Foundation, which treated the animal for minor respiratory infection. The foundation said Buzzy still still need treatment after being transferred to his new home, but he is expected to make a full recovery. So congratulations, Buzzy. You got to go on a trip through Las Vegas and didn't get into trouble for it.
Yeah. He got a upper respiratory infection instead of a yeast infection. Good for you.
Which if you leave Vegas with nothing but a respiratory infection, I'd say that's a win.
Yeah. Who says you can't win in Vegas? I guess you can't say it was a bad time.
Yeah. You want to go back? Nah. I don't know if I should actually promote this news story because I might make a fucking offer on this. An auction house announced an entire 11-acre island in the Scottish Highlands will be auctioned online with a starting bid of $111,700. Auctioneers Future Property said Deer Island on Scotland's west coast is a space that can be, quote, enjoyed with zero chance of intrusion. Property manager Stephen McCluskey said the island is being sold for the first time after being owned by the same family for the past 500 years. So there you go. If anybody wants to buy a Scottish island in the Highlands, $111,700 is the starting bid.
That seems kind of steep because aren't they promoting now that you could spend $50 on like a fucking tenth of an acre so you can like be a lord?
Yeah, but this is an entire island.
Hold on, guys. This will be fun. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, in your Facebook Messenger is the link to the show that we're doing right now.
Right.
Yeah,
This
I
is
will be
news
there in
buffet.
just a minute.
All right, well, hurry up.
All right,
There you go. Blind Mike's joining in.
Yeah, all
I
the,
promised him that I would call him.
he couldn't see to set his
Sorry.
clocks.
That's right. The clock.
Could not see to set those clocks forward. That's a bitch right there. All right, we're
Fucking A.
Oh my God.
just the headline alone on this next news story is I have to share the headline just to get our minds going ahead of time. Half-eaten sausage solves 9-year-old German burglary.
Oh, shit. Now you got my attention. Let's do it.
Exactly. Was that clickbait or what?
Right?
The police say they have solved a 9-year-old burglary after DNA found on a half-eaten piece of sausage matched that of a man detained in France over an unrelated crime. Police in a western town of Schwelm, that's right, Schwelm, said Thursday that the sausage belonged to the victim and the suspect, a 30-year-old, he bit the victim's sausage. That's
Oh, come on.
Why would they save the sausage?
Isn't
the
that
sausage belonged to the victim, and the suspect, a 30-year-old Albanian citizen, appeared to have helped himself to a bite during the March 2012 break-in. It wasn't clear what type of sausage, known in Germany as Wurst. It's always worse when a fucking burglar bites your sausage. The burglar had.
Well, no, I think it's worse when they bend your sausage before they bite it.
Well, yeah,
Break
if they bend it backwards, that can be a little rough. The burglar had nibbled, though the police said it was a. Hold on, I got to do that whole sentence again. It wasn't clear what type of sausage the burglar had nibbled, though police said it was a hard variety.
Okay, now repeat it again. Repeat it again slower and rub your nipple as you do.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
Oh my God.
I do that on my time, not during the news buffet. Investigators recently alerted that French police had taken a matching DNA sample from a man involved in a violent crime, but Schwelm, I will say that again, but Schwelm police, but Schwelm police said the suspect remains free, and in the worst case,
Oh, come on.
because these writers are assholes, he may escape punishment. The statute of limitations on burglary has expired, meaning he will likely not be extradited to Germany. So all the sausage nibbling was for naught.
I'll tell you what, man. Fucking around with sausage in Germany is like a crime punishable by death.
I was gonna say that I wouldn't think that fucking up a sausage in Germany would have a statute of limitations.
Right. They're not even mad about the robbery.
You for doing that.
They'll extradite them. They're not mad about the robbery, but you fucked up a worse
sausage.
You fucked up a worse.
Yep, that's the worst thing you could do.
Oh.
Yeah, I
The
know.
guy
taking a bad turn as
in
usual.
Germany
As
know how to
usual.
play hide the sausage. You think everybody in Germany knows how to play hide the sausage? What the fuck?
Well, he's Albanian. He didn't know the rules.
Right, he didn't know the German sausage rules.
Damn foreigners.
A top aide to a district attorney in suburban Philadelphia has been demoted because he was caught moonlighting for DoorDash during work hours. Bucks County District Attorney Matt Weintraub announced the punishment Thursday against prosecutor Greg Shore, who was demoted from the office first assistant district attorney to being a deputy district attorney. Weintraub said Shore had been working for DoorDash, delivering food during work hours from October to February. The Bucks County Courier-Times said Shore's salary as a first assistant was $125,000. Still had to work for DoorDash. Jesus.
Well, let's be fair. I'm gonna give this guy a benefit of the doubt just because he's from Philly. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He was probably trying to be, industrious, and it's like, well, if I'm going to the client's house, I mean, this order from McDonald's has to go right across the street anyway. Two birds, one stone.
Right, exactly. I say, that he shouldn't lose his job over that. He should be given a promotion so he doesn't have to fucking deliver for DoorDash when he's supposedly making $125,000. I mean, we need to look further into this man because he's got some gambling debts or something. There is something else going on.
Yeah, but at the same time, to me, it's like, the way I take it is maybe he got demoted because he was making everybody else in the office look bad. Like, this guy's got more gumption than the rest of us. We can't let people see this. You know what I mean?
It's true. That's true. But
Very true.
Wait,
how much is taken by taxes in Philly? I mean, 125.
City alone.
California, you go.
City alone takes 8%, and then there's an additional 2% state tax. So I mean,
10%.
Yeah, that's 10% right off his bat. That's not including like federal and all the other shit that usually happens. And if he's a Philadelphia resident, like if he lives in the city of Philadelphia but works in Bucks County, on top of that 8%, they charge a right to work out of city tax as well. When I worked outside of Philly in Montgomery County, but my address was in Philly, they took additional tax because I was working outside of the city.
That's ridiculous, right there.
Mhm.
Oh man,
That's lame. I just want to know, is this
that's America right there?
But is this DoorDash guy, has he been anywhere near Albania or Germany nibbling?
Maybe he got demoted because he was mishandling the German sausage.
Right, that's what it was. He nibbled on his deliveries. I think that might be an episode title, nibbling on your deliveries.
Are we sure he got fired for working for DoorDash and not committing DoorDashes, like Ding Dong Ditch? And
either way, that could be fun.
Ding Dong Ditch? What?
Ding Dong Ditch.
You don't remember Ding Dong Ditch? You run up and ring a doorbell and then run away?
No.
You've never done that?
Nope.
Flaming dog poop on this porch?
I did
Yeah,
that
it's
once.
always fun.
I just did that last night at my neighbor's house, but they're assholes. So
Piss on a door handle on a car?
Pizza
don't give away
toppings.
my secret.
Pizza toppings, like we're going to stick with DoorDash because why the hell not? Toppings like pineapple can cause controversy, but most people can probably agree they don't want dirt on their pie.
Unless it's got pineapple on it. I'm pro pineapple.
A Detroit man's dinner was spoiled when the DoorDash driver who was delivering his pizza dropped it out of the box onto the home's front porch. The whole incident was caught on video by his doorbell. Rodney King Jr.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Yeah. Rodney King Jr. told Fox 2 in Detroit that he and his wife had ordered a pizza one day and neither of them felt like cooking. They watched from their doorbell camera as the delivery driver arrived. When the guy was walking up to our porch, we saw that he was holding the pizza vertically
Oh,
That's how you carry a pizza right there. So from there, I knew for a fact that the pizza was outside of the box. As a DoorDash driver, you still got to think outside of the box. And then the pizza fell on the ground from the vertical box. Still, King thought the driver might own up to what happened. He was wrong. As soon as I saw the pizza hit the floor, my heart sank a little bit. That man loves his pizza. I was hungry, but I was really hoping he would do the right thing. Rather than admitting his mistake, the delivery driver shoved the dirtied pizza back into the box, placed the box down on the porch as if nothing happened.
Oh, good God.
Oh, my God.
I think we found our sausage nibbler.
Fuck.
That's why I don't like DoorDash, because they make you choose your tip before you get your goddamn food.
Do they really? I don't use them. I unless it's
yeah, it's all set up on the app where they say you want to tip this much or this, because there's no money that actually exchanges. So you decide your tip when you're putting it on your charge, and I don't fucking like that.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm a good tipper.
That's kind of like that.
When you do shit like that, I'm probably going to give you the tip of my boot in your ass.
That happened to me one time
Yellow snow.
at a restaurant, not even a delivery, but at a restaurant in the mall, a China Max. Yes, I will call them the fuck out, China Max. I had ordered Chinese food for me, my girl, and my kids, and they automatically took tip out of the charge. The charge was almost $45. I didn't realize it until I sat down to eat my food, and I looked at the
was like in a food court where you go.
Yeah, in a food court. Yeah,
they charged a tip.
They charged me a tip.
That's fucking ridiculous.
And they didn't even give me a chance to decide the tip I wanted to give, if anything. Anyway, it came to $45. They took a $15 tip out.
What?
Yep, court fees.
And then when I tried to confront them on it, they told me they couldn't reverse it until end of night.
Yeah, I'd have been having a problem with that.
Oh, I got escorted out of the fucking Neshaminy Mall. That's right. China Max at the Neshaminy Mall. Do not use your debit card or credit card, because they will rob you fucking blind.
Yep, they put the sham in Neshaminy.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got. I know. Oh, this is one that I looked at, and I thought, why not? Let's have a little birthday celebration. Ken is turning 60. 2 years after his best friend Barbie did. Mattel launched a reproduction of the original Ken doll, complete with no penis, on Thursday to commemorate his 1961 debut. The slender doll with blonde felt hair wears a red bathing suit and comes with red sandals and a yellow towel. Over the years, Ken's body type, hair texture, and fashion choices may have become more diverse. The company said it is working with several fashion designers to celebrate Ken's birthday and showcase him as an influencer. What? Ken is an influencer. For all
every man wants to be like him.
For all the penisless boys in the world. The designs will be viewable on Instagram with the handle @BarbieStyle.
See, I don't get the influencer part. Like, I get Barbie. I get Barbie being an influencer. Every little girl wants to be like Barbie. When they're growing up, they look at Barbie, they think that's the standard. Ken was the guy every guy fucking hated, because every little girl thought every guy should be like Ken, since they thought that they should be like Barbie. And none of us had any fucking interest in being one of the goddamn Backstreet Boys, which Ken has been since 1961.
Right. There are several things about Ken I would not want to be part of.
Including having no penis.
Including that. Yes, exactly. And that's why they listed him as Barbie's friend, because if you don't have a penis, you're going to be in the friend zone for 60 years. That's how that's going to happen.
That explains why. That explains why he's in the friend zone.
Right. She took one look and said,
Man, the ultimate form of birth control.
You can't please me.
That is the ultimate. Forget condoms, forget contraceptives, forget IEDs and all that, or IUDs and all that. IEDs, that'd be funny to stick up there.
IED.
The ultimate form of birth control is simply point and laugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think an IED
Oh, it
would
works
be a
for
pretty
me.
good form of birth control too.
IED might work too. Slam it in hard. Just watch the red button.
Yep. Blew that up.
Wow.
But
All
wait a
right,
minute.
and there's-
Wait a minute. Ken is an influencer in red shorts, red flip flops, and a yellow towel. Who did,
Because that's
who did he influence? Ronald
all the
McFuck
kids
McDonald?
are wanting to wear right now.
He influenced Ronald McDonald.
Right, and then he got stolen off a bench in Michigan.
Maybe that's where his penis is, still stuck to the bench.
Well, it's Haven. That's
I'm not responsible for everybody here.
You're not responsible for anybody here? Oh, uh-huh.
It wasn't me. I promise you that.
all right. We'll go on to something.
Melt it.
We'll go on to something a little less physical. A university scholar has discovered novel reproductive behavior in a frog species native to Hong Kong. According to the science unit in Lingnan University in Hong Kong, a student has discovered that the female among Lao's leaf litter toads positions herself on top of the male, which is a reversal of the more usual mating arrangement. The discovery of the new mating behavior demonstrates the variety of natural wonders, even in a small city like Hong Kong. According to Sun Yi Kai, assistant professor of the science unit. Officials deem the mating behavior of the Lao's leaf litter toads, which is native to the city of Hong Kong, as, quote, unconventional. You get on the bottom where you belong.
So because the frogs don't commit missionary or froggy style in this case,
right.
and go reverse cowgirl, that's unconventional.
Yeah, I think it was the sex swing they were using that threw them off. So that's unconventional.
Yeah.
The male frog was wearing a fucking leather mask. It was kinky shit.
Oh, nice.
Must be a horny toad, that's for sure.
Hey, you have no idea what
with a dildo show. Here's a callback for you. The male was wearing. Here's a deep cut callback for you. The male was wearing a gimp mask with the mouth zipped because a dildo was still inside his mouth. You remember that?
According to Sung, frogs and toads use external fertilization. The female releases her eggs outside her body, and the male releases his sperm on the eggs at the same time. So it's all external, baby.
So what's the point of
rubs up
fucking?
against him on his back?
Yeah, I remember.
What's the point of fucking then? I mean,
God, this is blowing my mind right now. Like,
with
seriously.
the frogs, it's all about the money shot. That's why Miss Piggy was always so frustrated.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Blew the frog's mind too, man. You want me to do what?
Hey, look, we're making fun and everything else. Look, I understand, man. You got to keep your woman happy, but at the same time, you had a long day at the lily pad. Hopping home was just a drudge. Sometimes you just don't have the energy to perform, and she's got to take matters into her own hands. I get it.
Well, if
Right,
you're dating
there
Miss
you go.
Piggy,
There you go.
yes. What can you say? You know, that explains a lot about Kermit and Miss Piggy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Luckily on his way home, he mistaken a Viagra pill for a mosquito and swallowed it, and then he was fine for 4 hours.
Hold on.
You both
Hold
know
on.
how, well, you
I'm
all
just-
know how I'm visual. Like, I'm seriously confused on how the fuck this is happening. Like, seriously.
Hold on.
He just, like,
Let's dig more into this because I just saw part of another paragraph.
Uh-oh.
And
By the way, hi, Mike.
Usually during mating, frog.
Hey, I was just being quiet until I heard what was going on.
Hold on, this is important shit. Usually during mating in frogs and toads, Sung said, the male mounts the female or places himself horizontally to align his reproductive organ with those of the female. However, in Lao's leaf litter toads, the male gives the female, quote, a piggyback ride to a hidden location where they complete reproduction. It's all about romance. It's all about the romance. Sung said the process.
No, it's all about the positioning.
The process is called, quote, sex reversed inguinal amplexus.
Is she wearing a strap on?
Awfully complicated for reverse cowgirl. I'm like,
Is she wearing a strap on during the fucking piggyback? I mean,
could be.
I'm gonna give it to you before you give it to me.
If they were originally going to call it the Miss Piggyback, but they couldn't get the rights.
Oh.
It's not easy being green. And
I
hey,
imagine.
that is the news buffet. Aren't you glad you stuck around for this shit?
Hell, I missed it. You
Still
guys
trying
need to
to figure
repeat
out-
it.
Yeah, we'll have to start all over again because Mike's here.
You know what? What's still blowing my mind is why the frogs even need to fuck if they externally procreate, where she just lays the eggs and he throws the sperm on it. What's the point of the mating ritual?
Well, yeah,
What's
yeah, she laid the eggs. He had his fun. What's the difference?
Right. It's all for show. It's all about the piggyback ride at this point, you know.
These frogs have a fans only page.
They got to burn a little bit of calories somewhere.
Yep.
Oh my God. That's just, hey, Mike, what are you doing?
Hell, I don't know what I'm doing.
We know that. I've listened to Blind Cafe Radio.
Yeah.
Nope. Especially that asshole on Monday nights.
You're the one.
Oh hell, what's happening Monday night? Because I'm not on Monday nights.
No, some idiot from Philly.
Oh God.
Oh, you're
that
talking about the
guy.
11 o'clock dude.
Yeah, the one that's always talking about shoving things up people's no-no
Yeah.
holes. Yeah, that guy.
Wow.
That's my catchphrase, John. I see you giving a raised eyebrow.
Yeah.
I do the Raise the Underground segment on Monday nights for Blind Cafe Radio, and my catchphrase is I'm taking all the rock and metal and shoving it straight up your no-no hole.
All right.
All I have to say is no.
No.
Yep. If it's a no hole,
You know what? Serenity
that does
doesn't
not
have to
mean-
act so innocent. She was on your show before.
That's right. She loved me shoving it up her no-no hole. By the end of it, she was saying yes.
It was only one time, and I figured out my regrets. Okay.
Oh damn! She said I regret getting it shoved up her no hole.
Hashtag me too.
Oh, that's so wrong. Now everyone in Maryland Manson's gonna get it too.
All of a sudden, I want to place in the clip scene from Sons of Anarchy where Marilyn Manson walks up to one of the characters named Juice and says, "Oh, I'll see you later, baby," in prison. And later on, you have a love scene between Marilyn Manson and the character.
You promise?
And by love scene, I mean like the character's forced to lay in Marilyn Manson's lap as he's reading him poetry.
Oh God, that's
And then-
torture.
then she releases her eggs
Then she releases her eggs and
and gets a
Marilyn Manson.
piggyback ride into another room.
Yeah, I was about to say Manson carries Juice off and piggyback, and I'm ruining a good TV show. Well, guys, it's time for After Hours, and the only thing I had for After Hours was simply just sit down, have a conversation. I did want to bitch about drivers. Part of me wanted to bitch a little bit about drivers. I'm pissed off at drivers. I think they're getting worse today than they've ever been. I know Serenity and even Mike, even though he's blind.
Hey, don't complain about people driving because I drive quite well. Just because I can't see where the hell you're at doesn't mean anything.
Mike, your driving would be great if you got off the fucking sidewalk.
Well, no, that's basically true, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
No, honestly, you'd be safe if you walked in the street.
But honestly,
Safer.
the inconsideracy, and I don't know, maybe it's just me noticing it. And I know Serenity could see this because in Colorado, they deal with California and Texas drivers. Here in Philly, we deal with New Jersey and New York drivers. And anybody who knows anything about bad drivers already knows that those 4 states are probably the worst drivers in the United States. And they all come to our states, but they become worse. I've noticed trends, and I wanted to get your guys' impression on it. Besides the fact of lack of consideration for other drivers in the sense of like they'll cut people off and, drive very aggressively or not even stop for stop signs and stuff like that, which seems to be increasing. I've noticed a trend in car owners where the more aggressive and least considerate ones always are driving a BMW, a Mercedes, a Lexus or a fucking Audi. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's because they got money. They don't give a shit about the rest of us.
It's not even like an SUV or a sedan or a smart car or whatever else, but those 4 particular brands are the most ignorant fucking drivers on the roads. I swear to God.
I don't know if I'll say most ignorant. I'll say rudest. Because to me, some of the dumbest motherfuckers I get behind just seem to be driving a Honda.
See, that was my point.
When I'm in traffic, if shit's going slow, I look up ahead and there's a Honda fucking slowing us down.
See, you're kind of hitting the nail on where I was going with it. Like when I say the 4 that I said now, that's the predominant that I'm noticing today. But back in the day, you're right. The Hondas, the Hyundais, and all the ones that people wanted to soup up because they saw fucking Fast and Furious and thought, hey, that's cool. Drag racing down the boulevard or something like that. Those used to be
the ones that sound like a vibrator stuck in a frog's throat.
Yeah, with the gimp mask with the zipper closed. Yeah, exactly. But nowadays it's not even them. It's these 4 particular style vehicles.
Well, I think what's happened is people didn't care about using their virus stimulus checks and all that on anything but buying a car. And if you're anything like Colorado, the cops didn't care. So we could drive the fuck we wanted for the past year, and now they're starting to care again. But people just don't care. I noticed stupid drivers because for the last year, we could be stupid.
Well, I was going to say Serenity's going to defend the Honda comment from Don because she owned a lot of Hondas and Toyotas in her life.
Did you ever own a Gremlin?
I have no problem with the Toyota. I own a Toyota now, and I don't drive like a Honda driver.
Did you ever own a Gremlin?
I have not, but I believe my dad had one.
It was blaring Bohemian Rhapsody as he was driving down.
Oh yeah, it was. That was a Pacer.
In Michigan, we got what's called a Yugo, and a couple of them have gone, or at least one of them went off the Mackinac Bridge. So it's always a joke that you go, I go, we go off the bridge, or we go nowhere.
True. Well, fucking my mother owned a Datsun back in the day, and those cars were troublemakers back in the late 80s, early 90s. But
hey, at least you fuckers owned a car.
Mike owned a car. It was Hot Wheels, but he owned a car.
And it's not because I didn't have the money.
He even had the racetrack where they did the loop-de-loop. He never saw it though.
Wait a minute. It had a loop-de-loop?
Yeah, those were dangerous. You could lose an eye.
What would you do with a drone?
Ooh.
I mean, there's nothing you could hit with a drone. Maybe Mike should just drive around a drone.
I can hit a house with a drone. What are you talking about?
You can hit all kinds of shit with a drone.
do not give me ideas, because we can make a live broadcast of Breaking the Fourth Wall Weekly of us watching Mike control a drone.
I was just sitting there thinking, let's shoot a video with me controlling a drone and see where it goes.
I'm down. I'll throw down.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious. He winds up flying it into a fucking Victoria's Secret's dressing room.
Still wouldn't do him any damn good.
Yeah, I don't know.
That might do you guys good. No.
That takes a lot of skill to do that. Just saying.
Look, I've been in the ring. I've been in the wrestling ring with Blind Mike. I know he's got skill. He'll figure it out.
Wait a minute. I think I'll take that as a compliment. Damn it.
Don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
He was taking it as a sexual advance, I think.
Chris was? Oh, way to go, Chris.
Well,
Bad boy.
Look, I'm not saying there was anything sexual, but after a disrespectful body slam or a neck or a back breaker, I could definitely say I felt like I was fucked.
Damn.
That's only because he patted the wrong side.
Right. Well, he likes it rough.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, I definitely needed a shower after every show.
Yeah. So Serenity, how rough does Chris like it?
Oh, no. We don't go there.
You'd know better than me.
This,
Not me.
this show is a family establishment, not a place to establish families.
This is a family show. I wish you'd have told me that before the news segment. Damn it.
Yeah, I wish you would have told me that before when I keyed up or when I signed in and you guys were using the F-bomb everywhere.
Yeah, telling you how frogs screwed.
Actually, Mike brings up a very good point. He would love to have Breaking the Fourth Wall weekly on Blind Cafe Radio, but
No, I wouldn't.
But we constantly use the F word, so ruin it. But I mean, yeah, going back on topic here before it got into my sex somehow. About, I guess it kind of is a good segue because a lot of my sex life was in a car. But like seriously, I mean, has there been in your guys' views, minus Mike who can't drive, has there been an increase even before COVID? Has there been an increase in aggressive driver behavior in your area? And
Hell, I can't believe you just discriminated me.
You can't drive.
Hey, blind lives matter, okay?
Yeah, blind lives matter, damn it.
It does not mean he can't sit in the passenger side and cuss at other drivers like I would.
Or at least be a backseat driver.
Right.
Blind lives matter. They just don't get driver's license.
All right, answer Chris's damn question. No.
Oh God. I have to say, Colorado drivers, it's insane. It's scary to be on the road. Pretty much everyone I know carries a baseball bat or a gun in their car. But yeah, it's pretty psycho out there.
Now, is the gun or baseball bat because of the way people are driving, or is it because of like some of the other things that have gone on, like the past couple of years, like riots and the like what's the reason for carrying armaments while driving?
I don't know. I always keep a machete within reach.
Are you good at throwing it or something?
If I need to be.
Like, or you just get out of the car, big old man in a beard. It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre all over again.
You stop and you get out of the car. I had somebody aggressively following me one time, and I thought, motherfucker. And I finally did. I pulled off into a driveway, and they pulled off into that driveway, and I hopped out of the car with a machete in the hand. They got back in their fucking car, and I've never seen people drive backwards that fast.
I just see Don coming out with a Crocodile Dundee hat on, and he just bends the blade to a 90-degree angle and fucking throws it like
yeah, or he's like, you don't have a knife. This is a knife.
No,
I totally want to see the new Crocodile Dundee movie.
You've never seen it?
They're making a new one.
They made a new one. It's already on DVD.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Why are really they're ruining another damn thing.
Exactly.
Who's gonna replace Dundee?
No,
but he's still in it, but it's
him.
about his son
Probably
now.
like Russell Crowe. They probably have fucking Russell Crowe.
No, it's still Paul Hogan. It is still Paul Hogan.
Okay, then it's definitely going to suck because he's old now. Even Crocodile Dundee 2.
Yeah, his son can't be that funny. I'm sorry.
Hey, we didn't say it was his birth-given son, okay? Is that the right
Then we would really be in
phrasing?
trouble.
Yeah, but then it might, who knows? Maybe it's fucking Steve Irwin's fucking kid playing the son. I don't know. Which would be
That
a
would be
perfect
cool.
cast. That would be a perfect cast. Robert, I think that's his name. Robert would be perfect to play Paul Hogan's kid.
He's a cool kid too, man.
He
Like,
really is.
yeah, I kind of like that cast. Let's do that movie. Don, you're gonna direct it?
So in
Sure,
this
what
room,
the-
does anybody live in New York?
Lots of people do.
No, I said in this room.
Wait,
We're not
we're in a room?
Yeah, we're not in a room.
Well, actually, we're in a casket, but
around.
you know, darkness, baby, darkness.
Oh my god. I have a lot of friends who live in New York. Why?
No, I said anybody in this room that lived in New York.
Look around, Mike. There's no
There's
All right,
no
fine.
room.
in the room.
The guy 5 feet fucking away from me. Do you live in New York? No. No, the reason why I was asking is because you guys are bitching about all the driving in your area and all that. Shoot, try living in New York with all the driving going on now.
I don't have to live in. I don't have to live in New York. They all drive in my fucking state.
Right?
Hey, they're all banging, crashing into each other every 5 minutes now in New York. It's just horrible right there.
Yeah.
Really? Like
I
New
lived-
York
I lived
City,
in
New
South
York City?
Florida for a
Yeah.
while. South Florida was pretty bad because either you have the octogenarians that are driving 35 or you have everybody else that's doing 100, 112.
Hell yeah. Spring break is here and everybody's just wearing no masks and everybody's just driving and doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah, Miami freaking had huge, like, what
A
was
breakout.
it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know they're not wearing masks?
Well, that's what I was told.
Oh, okay. My blind friend told me.
Yeah. I'm going to sit there and say, what the hell, man? You throwing other blind jokes out there?
His
I made a
daughter was
career
like,
out of it.
"Hello,
Or, yep,
Yeah. You can't see me.
can't see
I will
me."
never. Serenity should remember that one. I'll never forget that day when I pulled the fucking John Cena. You can't see me on you. And literally, at this point, Mike still had 20% of peripheral vision. So he's looking at me out of the left side of his eye as I'm doing the fucking "you can't see me" thing. And all you hear out of him is right then and there, I knew my ass was done.
Oh yeah,
I took the joke too far.
you always do. It's all right.
All right, but Colin, Don, I mean, we talked about our driving areas. What about you guys? Like, has there been an increase out in the sticks?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Are the cows not getting out of the way anymore?
Well, just people can't put their fucking phone down for 3 seconds.
Well,
That's the biggest problem. What we're having in actually the Dayton area, I have a friend, Cal Westray. He actually keeps track of these. They've had him on the news to talk about it before, but he keeps track on Facebook of every time there's a car drives into a building
In your state?
it's just a thing that he keeps track of in the Dayton area every time a car drives into a building.
And how
Started
often?
doing that ever since the cell phones got really big.
And how? What's the percentage? What is he looking at? Like per month?
numbers on the rise.
Oh, per month, I'd say there's probably 60 or 70 a month.
Oh shit! Really?
A lot, man.
Really?
There's I don't know I don't remember the exact numbers. I just look at them and laugh. But yeah, it happens way more often. It happens way more often than you would think. In fact, one of the buildings that I maintain for a local healthcare system was one that got on his list because somebody ran way up across the median, ran up on the side of the road, took out the sign to this building, and then slammed into the side of the building.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I saw it pop up on my friend's feed, and I was like, holy shit, that's my building. So I had to go replace their sign.
See where my girl works. My girl works. Her warehouse area right behind. It's at a Dollar Tree, and the way it's set up is you got your front door here, then the emergency door, and right next to the emergency door is like where the main office would be for like the manager and everybody to count the till and shit. Right behind that is a double door system, which is into the warehouse like for stock. And there was an old woman who pulled into the parking spot right there and then mistaken the gas for the brake and drove into the warehouse. That's happened before, but holy shit, fucking just like the worst I ever saw was a drunk driver coming back to my apartment complex and hitting the picket fence that separated our parking lot from a fucking train track.
I had a friend in high school. He'd had one of those big trucks with the lift kits, and he was having some problems with the accelerator on it. And he still had the keys in. He hopped out of his truck to check something, forgot that he didn't put it in park, fell out of the truck. It ran over him and ran into the local grocery store.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
It didn't hurt him that bad or anything. It just bruised the shit out of his legs, but he ran over himself with his own truck and it drove into the store.
I had a 1982 Chevy S10. I bought it for $50 fucking dollars. And the only reason I bought it is because it had a $200 Alpine stereo CD player with detachable face in it. This thing did not even have it was a 4 on the floor stick shift, but it had no parking brake. To park the car, which is why I always feared something like what happened to your buddy happening. When I had to park the car, I had to take the spare tire out of the bed of the truck and throw it underneath one of the wheels so the truck wouldn't roll away while I was gone.
Damn.
It was a ghetto blaster.
Yeah, what the hell was that movie? You ever seen the movie The Gods Must Be Crazy?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Had a block of wood in his truck so he could stop.
I will stand by it. I'm going to make Mike a car. I'm going to get him an old-fashioned sedan, like a 1985 Ford LTD or something. And I am going to bolt a long white pole with a red tip on a spring to the front bumper, and then tint all the windows. So when it's driving down the street, you see the fucking cane tapping back and forth in front of the car like a blind man's stick.
That might work.
Before I die, I'm making that happen.
Well, we're getting closer and closer to self-driving cars anyway. They have them now that'll correct you if you go out of your lane.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen that.
I can't do that, man. I'd be pissed.
The whole point of me starting this conversation about reckless and ignorant drivers is from the fact that I see no evidence of these smart cars doing that. In fact, the only evidence of a good idea for a smart car that I've ever seen so far was a Facebook meme where somebody painted a smart car to look like one of those Fisher-Price red and yellow fucking cars that you had as a toddler.
Yeah, it had the little winder on the back of it.
Yeah. That's the only.
I read an article years ago, actually, for the Life Radio show. I read an article years ago where they were actually going to start. They were wanting to test out these self-driving cars in Detroit. That's actually because they kept saying it's because Detroit has such a connection to the auto industry. It's like, no, because you realize if they drive off the road in Detroit, they ain't gonna fucking do any damage to anything.
Yeah, right.
It
already looked like that.
It took down 3 buildings.
It's okay. It already looked like that.
And they keep track of how many houses get crashed into and stuff. I mean, is this a perfected property insurance out there?
I would think that would have to go under your auto insurance, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Wow. That's another.
I think it has to fall under both. You know,
you want deer coverage in Michigan because everybody's hitting a deer. I hear 1 or 2 or 3 every fall and spring. People are always saying they hit a deer on the way back from camp or something. But we get a lot of woods between us and the nearest towns. You know, it's more spread out in this area. But
I'm always talking about wood.
Oh well, morning cottonwood, dogwood. It's all good. It's all about wood. But yeah, we're in the woods, and there's deer everywhere, right? So you hear somebody hit a deer. Sometimes it'll total the whole front of a car. I mean, I don't know how these little deer can really do that much damage, but it's a solid object, and you're hitting it with a bunch of fiberglass and little chunks of thin plated metals.
No, you hit a 200-300 pound buck going 70 miles an hour. It's gonna fuck some stuff up.
Right, and then the deer just walks off. No insurance information or anything, you know.
Yeah, I saw a semi hit one on the interstate once right in front of me. You talk about pretty. It was a rainbow of stuff went flying into the air.
Right.
Well, animals are annoying anyway. I swear in Philly we have suicidal squirrels and fucking like pissed off pigeons. And I say that because of being a driver. Like you got squirrels that like wait until the last minute to try to cross the street, seeing you coming. Like they're literally trying to cause an accident, like that Geico.
Do you swerve for a squirrel?
I do swerve squirrel.
Why? I figure if they're running
it's
out
a
there,
polite
they know
thing to
what's
do.
going on. They've been living in town long enough. They should know.
They should. That's why I say they're either suicidal or they're assholes. They're suicidal. They're hoping you're hitting them, or they know you're going to swerve and hit something, and they're waiting to fucking high five their buddies. Like I told you it would work.
Don't swerve. You just keep going. If they're suicidal, you did them a favor. If they're assholes, you did everybody else a favor.
But then you had the pissed off pigeon. I've explained this one to Serenity and Mike before in Colorado, because I would always laugh at the pigeons in Colorado, the ones and the magpies, where that would, if you slightly move, they will fly away scared, right? Not in Philly. Even if you're driving or walking, they will be in your way. And if you have to stop. And they will not fly away. They will walk and give you a dirty look. They will literally look at you like, what the fuck are you going to do? I swear to God, it's not a joke. These pigeons are fucking like so used to machinery and humans, they don't care.
I'll kick a pigeon. I don't care.
They all step into you like what?
Yeah, they really do.
I just picture Chris getting backed down by a fucking pigeon. It's all right, man. It's okay.
Hey, look, I will not back down from a pigeon, but my experiences in Colorado when I worked for Video Professor, I will say this much: I will not fuck with the Canadian Air Force. The Canadian geese, they're dicks.
I worked at a place where the Canadian geese did not like us one bit, but they ran the other way when they saw us. He scared one off a roof one time because I had to go up and chase them off the roof so they didn't nest, because once they nested, we couldn't move them because they're protected.
Right.
So when I saw them up there, I would go up on the roof and chase them off. And this sumbitch flew right across into my boss's office window. Damn near gave my boss a heart attack. I bet he had to go home and change his underwear because it slammed full force into his office window.
I hope he was wearing his brown pants.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was a funny day. I was like, I'm glad I did that now.
All right. Well, speaking of birds, well, first of all, I got a friend that's locally been putting stickers that say birds aren't real. He's been putting these stickers all over things. Like he'll slap them on the side of a trash can, on a wall somewhere, on the back of a stop sign, wherever, you know. And it's kind of funny because if you have any idea about this birds aren't real movement,
I've heard about it. Yeah,
I don't. Explain
it's about
it.
like the flat Earth movement, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's the idea that birds aren't real. Like they're really just robotic little things that watch us all the time, which, you know.
So they literally think they're flying cameras instead of actual animals.
Right.
Well, I mean, everybody knows that birds are real because, I mean, hell, we eat chicken, for crying out loud, you know. So there's no way we can get around the fact that, yes, birds are real. But, you know, just the whole concept, it makes you think like, well, what if they weren't real? I mean, what if they were robotic little critters that are like watching us? I mean, it's kind of creepy, you know, but it makes you think and open your eyes and think about things. So I think that's part of their whole movement. But anyhow, a friend of mine is into
I used to give flat earthers the same benefit of the doubt, that they were just saying, well, maybe their whole thing is don't believe everything you see, but no, they actually believe that shit.
Right. Well, maybe some
I
birds.
think I lost Mike.
I wouldn't put it past our government.
He saw enough.
You know? But I wouldn't put it past
He's worried about the birds watching him now.
Wild space birds out there that are really robots and they're just watching. Who knows? But anyhow, I thought it was kind of funny that he sticks these stickers on everything. And then my friend Rich, Serenity's familiar with my buddy Rich, who lives across the street. Me and him are always into some kind of shenanigans and hoopla.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so there we are talking one day, and he mentions crows, right? Because we've seen this crow across the street squawking, and he's like, don't mess with a crow. And I'm like, why not? And he says, because I walked out of the house one day and I seen a crow, and I walked up, snuck up on him, and I went rah, and scared him, and he just freaked out because he didn't see him there. And so this crow like flies up into a tree above him, you know, and he's walking, and the crow keeps going a couple trees ahead, a couple like half block ahead, and he stays ahead of him for like 3 or 4 blocks. By this point, he crosses the street. Rich thinks he's done following me, whatever. He don't care about me no more. He's found something to eat or something, right? Well, he gets 1 or 2 more blocks up there, and he stops. He's looking at his phone. All of a sudden, splat right on his shirt. The crow shit right on him and just went and flew away.
Yeah, you scared the shit out of me. There's the shit right there.
He had to follow him a little bit to work one up.
Yeah,
Well, crows are really effing smart, man. They hunters will go out in the woods and they'll find if there's a bunch of crows hanging out in the area they're going to be hunting, they'll shoot them. They'll get rid of them so that way they can get there and get their deer or whatever they're hunting for, and then not be obstructed by some crows going squawk, 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 sound the alarm. There's humans over here. You know,
well, they're it's not just they're a jerk. I mean, there's a reason like primitive man look and some current belief systems. Some current belief systems still believe that like crows carry the souls of the dead and all because of how intelligent they are and how very morbid they are. I mean, there's a reason a flock of crows is called a murder. Like, you know, these birds have been registered with death and creepiness since fucking time immemorial.
Yeah, nevermore.
Right.
Where, my friend, my grandmother's maiden name was Blackbird, native name.
Okay.
so I know all about it. Definitely, blackbirds have always been respected in my family, but it goes beyond that. It's like these birds are smart and they can train them to like understand numbers and things. I mean, there's all kinds of studies on this stuff, and I just think it's amazing.
I knew a girl growing up. Her parents had a raven, and they were actually teaching it to talk, like a parrot. They could learn to speak.
Oh yeah, crows
Yep.
can. Crows can as well. There's
Yep.
one Bruckner Nature Center is a place I used to go to a lot, and they have a crow, and they take care of injured animals and get them back into health, and then re-release them. Well, while they had this crow, we taught him some shit. Sometimes I felt bad because little kids coming through and the crows saying things that the kids shouldn't hear, but it was funny. I was a teenager.
Oh,
Don was the guy who put up.
it was 20 years later.
No, wait, Don's not.
Just wait till you see what I taught the frogs.
Wait a minute, Don's not.
They did a whole study about them in Hong Kong.
Don's not the music man. He
Right?
wasn't putting Ozzy Osbourne tapes and Teddy Ruxpin. He was putting George Carlin's 7 Things You Can't Say on TV.
No, I couldn't. My family couldn't afford a Teddy Ruxpin. Are you kidding me?
You don't put it. You don't buy a Teddy Ruxpin and put it in. You put the tape in a Teddy Ruxpin at a Toys R Us and just let it play on repeat.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Like
Like a
reprogramming.
Chucky doll. Just
No, we had a tape
Computer.
recorder. I'd record my own shit for Teddy Ruxpin to say and put it in my friend's tape recorder.
Oh, geez.
And they would get their butts whipped.
Oh.
And on that evil note, I've got to say, Colin, save our souls, man. What good news do you have for us?
I don't know. I mean, I got a little bit of good news here. I got a new phone, so it's better for me to deal with it this way. That way I'm not eating up bandwidth and I think screwing up my broadcast. But the one thing
Too late. That's too late for this show.
It's part of the charm now.
So anyhow, the one thing I've seen that was a positive that kind of relates to our show is about an island overrun with rats that completely recovers in only 11 years after the ecosystem had been decimated. Which, yeah, well, I don't know. I suppose we're kind of like an island full of rats out here doing our podcast, so, and getting crazy.
Are you sure we're not the rats?
I'm wondering. I don't know.
We're polluting.
It's gonna take us
polluting
11
it.
Because
years.
no man is an island.
Right. It's informally known as Rat Island. Beautiful spot in the Aleutian Islands has become a new example of how ecosystems can fully recover to their natural state in little more than a decade. Let's see. Along with the western edge of the Alaskan archipelago, the island has adversely become populated with rodents, leading to the ignominious name Rat Island. The non-native invaders were actually introduced to these islands following shipwrecks dating back to the 1700s and World War II occupation. Known to be among the most damaging invasive animals, the resilient rodents adapted and thrived in the new setting, overwhelming the island's ecosystem, disrupting the natural ecosystem's order, and driving out native species. But a coordinated conservation effort removed the rats on the renamed Hawdax Island, and a new study led by the University of California, San Diego researchers has documented the remarkable recovery. We were surprised that the level of recovery unfolded so quickly. We thought it would be longer, said Carolyn Curl, an associate professor at the UC San Diego Division of Biological Science section of Ecology, Behavior and Evolution, and lead author of the study and was published in. So Curley, along with the researchers from the U.S. Santa Cruz, conducted surveys in Hawdax in 2008 when the invasive rodents dominated the island ecosystem, finding that the rats unleashed a catastrophic cascade of disruption for the island food chain. Rats preyed upon the shore bird eggs, and chicks nearly wiped out the entire island's breeding shoreline bird population, without birds consuming herbivorous seashore invertebrates such as snails and limpets. The island's intertidal plant eating flourished, significantly thriving down the abundance of the marine kelp. Wow, so it appears that this really affects a lot of ecosystem stuff going on when there's rats introduced into an island when there's no rats. You know, it's like let the rats loose and see what shakes loose.
See, I'm wondering at the end of this where they were able to clear it up and within 10 years, like, I guess, remove the rats and make it habitable for other, ecosystems and lives. I'm wondering when we're going to do that to San Francisco or Detroit
Or New York.
or New York
Right.
or Philadelphia. I'm not going to exclude my city either. It kind of needs it too.
Because there's a lot of different cities that have problems with rats. Just like what do we do? Get the Pied Piper? I mean, how do we deal with this stuff?
Hell, there are a lot of small towns that have problems with rats. When I was growing up, we were right down the road from a grain elevator. So yeah, every now and then they'd spray up at the elevator, and those fuckers would be all over the place.
Right. Yeah, my dad used to tell me stories about Detroit where he had all these cinder block shaped textured blocks all over the back of their apartment complex, and it was just like a haven for rats because trash would get piled up against it, and before you know it, there'd be rats weaseling in and out. They're making like little apartments for themselves on these concrete blocks.
Oh, it's not wrong. Growing up, my grandparents' house, before they built the street behind the house and everything else, it was open field into Pennypack Park, the wooded area. My grandparents had a rose bush by the garage in the backyard, and that rose bush didn't have rats, but had like a colony of field mice. And when they ripped that rose bush out, those field mice went scattering, going into the neighborhood houses and everything else. I mean, they do.
You're thinking of an animated movie called The Rats of Nim. Is what that is. That's
The Secret of Nim. Yeah,
Secret of Nim. Yes.
But no, I'm not kidding. That is what happened. I mean, my grandfather beat one with a fucking nightstick.
Well, I went over to my parents' house because they still live right down the road from that grain elevator, and this has been several years back. Was the last time they tried to eradicate him at the elevator, and I went into their restroom, and there's a hole in the wall right above the tub where the little fuckers chewed through.
That was a glory.
Rather than set traps or anything, I walk into the bathroom and Dad's got a BB gun. No, it was a 22. He's got a 22 with a flashlight taped to it and a 30 pack of Milwaukee's Best, both on each side of the toilet. So it's like, what the fuck do you do all day? Just sit there on the toilet shooting rats and getting drunk? Fuck yeah!
The most disturbing part of that is not the taped flashlight onto the 22. It is not the fact that he was hunting rats. Is that he was drinking Beast the whole fucking time.
That's Dad. He goes for the cheapest shit because and it's warm at that.
He's German.
Warm Milwaukee's Best.
Stabbing him, killing him on the way to.
Which I think he switched to Old Milwaukee for a while. So
my grandmother drank Old Milwaukee. She had a case of it by her chair in the kitchen, fucking 16 ounces, the pounders, a case of 16 ounces, Old Milwaukee. That was her day. She'd get up in the morning in her fucking nightgown robe and everything else, sit at the kitchen table, drink her coffee. By the time the fucking the soap operas came on in the afternoon, she got up, washed out the coffee cup, put it away, pulled out a frosty mug, and started fucking slamming the Old Milwaukees. That was her day. While watching All My Children. God bless her.
So apparently, overall, this effort started out, and they went to reverse the effects. The coordinated conservative strategy to save native species on Hawadaks removed the rats in 2008, and presented a rare case in which researchers were able to compare the ecosystem after 5 years, and later found a fully recovered system after 11 years.
What did they do with the rats?
Well, let's see. Apparently, they had a coordinated eradication effort.
Oh, so they did kill the rats. They didn't like transfer.
Yeah, I don't know what they did with them, but I wouldn't eat at that McDonald's there for a while.
Right?
I was about to say, did they ship them off to the White House? Is it
there've been enough of them in there.
That explains where AOC came from.
More here that sometimes it's hard to say that a conservation action had any sort of an impact, but in this particular case, we took a conservation action that was expensive and difficult, and we actually demonstrated that it worked. Wrote Curly from San Diego, but we didn't expect it to be so fast. After the eradication effort conducted by the Island Conservation, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and the Natural Conservancy, the seabirds returned and are again consuming the seashore invertebrates, which has allowed the recovery and rebound of the kelp community. Wow.
That's pretty impressive. Like to quote Jeff Goldblum in fucking Jurassic Park, life finds a way. That's really impressive.
That's a good thing, because there are so many invasive species that get in. Like, I mean, there's so many waterways even around here that have that snakehead shit. I mean, they get these invasive predators in there that just start breeding like crazy. And if you're in some of the ecosystems like down in the Everglades, you know, shit like that, you get all these snakes that are not native to there, and they just wreak havoc on that fucking place.
Well,
Oh yeah.
well, the snakes that aren't, like, it makes sense for this rat island that, you know, like shipping crews and everything else brought the, you know, transplanted the rats, because, you know, we know rats travel on ships. But I mean, like the snakes in the Everglades, for example, the ones that aren't indigenous, how'd they get there? The only thing I can come up with is somebody had a family pet.
And they throw them out.
Yep. You know, which is ridiculous. You don't think of what, you know, the joke is alligators.
Have you heard of the snakehead fish?
No.
The fish called a snakehead. It's a predatory fish that is getting in. I know they had hell, they're all over the country now, but what they are is, in some of the Asian countries, they're considered delicacies, but they're not native to around here, but they're illegal as hell to transport over. So what happens is, since they're considered delicacies in some of these countries, they bring them over here, and then they get raided, or they get caught, and they just dump them. And that's why we have these. I mean, they're nasty looking. They call them snakeheads because they look like a fish that's got a damn snake head. That's exactly why they call them that, and they're nasty as hell.
Carnivores like Oscars or fucking
right. And there have been entire lakes that are just overwhelmed with them, and they just kill all the natural, you know, all the native fish, and just because they become the apex predator because they're not supposed to be there.
Wow.
Yeah, you ever seen a sheephead fish? They got like a human mouth on them. They're weird looking. Anybody wants to look them up, check it out. They're called a sheephead fish. It's like an abnormality in certain type of fish species. It's crazy, yucky, gross looking.
Yeah.
They need braces or something. Yeah. Anyway, but up here we got the gobies, the bottlenose goby, and they're an invasive fish. It's like a Asian fish or something that somehow got in Lake Michigan's. And if you find them, you just kill them, throw them up on the shore, and the seagulls will eat them or whatever. At least that's what I was doing on fishing.
Yeah, same way with the snakeheads. I think you're supposed to kill them and report them.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not reporting them about a lot of these things, but the seagulls got fat, so that's good. I guess they're rabbit wings anyway, right?
Yeah, but now you've trained them to eat those, and once you eradicate those, then all the seagulls are going to die off because they won't have any goby to eat.
Or they just go to McDonald's. And they don't steal Ronald McDonald's.
Right, go get the fillet of fish. You're good to go.
Can you imagine seagulls with ropes trying to fly away with this statue? Yeah, well, maybe. You know, they seem real, right? But that's just conjecture. Anyways, I just think it's remarkable that they're able to take that and eradicate a bunch of rats on an island. And if they can do that out there, why can't they do it in America?
Yeah. Why can't we do it in Congress?
Let's start Washington and we'll go from there. You know? And that would be a positive. But I don't know. I guess that's all I got today as far as positive stuff. But yeah. Anybody out there has got rat problems? I don't know. You could check out this article. It's on goodnews.com, goodnewsnetwork.org. And there's other links there that you can check out if you're interested.
Because we could all.
I got some good news.
Good news. Go ahead.
My grandmother turned 105 and is completely healthy and alive. And
how old?
Happy birthday to my grandmother. 105.
Wow. That's awesome.
Excellent news. Yep. Yeah, my parents both got the COVID vaccine.
Yay.
They both got their second shot, and my mom had a little bit of side effects, but she's all right. She's doing well. And my dad, he's strong, he's tough, and they're doing okay. So
cool.
more positive with the COVID shots. Everybody, if you need your vaccination, go and get it. I guess they've been doing this kind of stuff for hundreds of years. They know what they're doing with the vaccine. So hopefully we can.
Nope, won't do it.
I mean, some people won't, some people will, but if you're willing, go for it.
There you go.
Do your research if you want to. More power to you. If you don't, I don't care. It's your risk, not mine.
That's a beautiful thing to be able to make that decision.
Right?
I won't do the flu shot. I won't do the COVID shot. Aren't they charging for that shot, which really pisses me off?
I don't believe they are.
I don't think they're
I
charging.
don't think so.
Myself, I'm opting not to do it because my immune system has never failed me yet. And I don't want to train my body to deal with man-made things like they should be dealing with normal, regular things. And I just think it's probably reprogramming parts of my body that shouldn't be done like that. I don't think man-made things are always the best. So I want my body to deal with it naturally.
Well, see, me, my reasonings for it is multiple reasons. One, of course, is that I don't believe COVID is actually a pandemic disease. I think it's just a strain of flu that has been politicized. The second reason is they really rushed out this cure, if you will, which I understand the reasonings. They thought it was a pandemic and everything else, but it's not really tested. I'm not interested in being a guinea pig. Third off, people like Bill Gates who want to microchip everybody. There's an ultimate way to do it right there. No, thank you.
Well,
It's the microchip that gets me in that logic, but
I wouldn't put it past them. I don't necessarily think they're going to microchip, but I wouldn't put it past them since, for all I know, it's a placebo and cyanide.
they have social media. They track our fucking bowel movements on that. It doesn't matter. They don't need to microchip us. They don't need to microchip us. We give them all the information they want.
I was about to say, of course, Facebook knows my bowel movements. That's the only time I look at Facebook.
Right. Politics and bowel movements. That's the only thing that has anything to do with Facebook. That's sorry.
Did you guys hear that Donald Trump is putting out his own...
Politics and other bowel movements.
There you go.
Go ahead, Serenity. I missed that.
Here, Donald Trump's what?
Oh, I got some weird things. I got some weird news break thing saying that Donald Trump is putting out his own version of Facebook or Instagram or something. I don't know. I thought the news buffet would cover it because it's hilarious, but yeah, let's see what happens with that.
No, I heard about that.
I would have covered it, but it probably already went bankrupt.
Oh, Jesus.
At least it didn't fall or up the stairs.
At least it didn't trip up the stairs.
That's true. It does have problems with slight inclines, though. That's why any Trump supporter, how do you laugh at fucking Biden falling up the stairs? Trump couldn't make it down an incline. Just more proof that they're both fucking worthless.
God, right? Oh my God. I don't like politicians, period. That's where I'm at. I hate each one equally right now.
Amen. That's what they're there for. They're there to be universally hated. We need to redirect our hate, keep it off of each other, and redirect it toward Washington where it belongs.
Fuck that. Direct it towards us. Breaking the fourth wall weekly. We are the cartoon skunk of the internet.
Ashamed.
Shoving our irrelevant comedy up your no-no holes.
Well, this is a comedy show? Fuck, I missed that.
Why they gotta mess with?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Why are they messing with the cartoons?
I'll tell you what, though. This to be true.
Wait, rats going in people's walls? There's a rat coming out your ceiling over there. Chris, behind you.
Oh, I thought you meant mine. I was like, yeah, that's normal.
That's Mickey Mouse. He's about to buy the company.
I'm here to buy the fourth wall, huh?
No, but speaking of mice, that's something I don't get. That's something I don't personally get is I get them going I don't agree with it, but I get them going after fucking Pepe Le Pew, but why Speedy Gonzalez?
because they need more than a 2-second man. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, but Speedy was like, okay, he cultural appropriation for Mexicans, but he was fast and smart and the good guy. What was bad about that?
Well, aren't they still trying to build that wall? I mean, they're trying to like
Well,
not give it the
Speedy will find a way over that sumbitch.
Yeah, right.
any ideas. Like, why do you go fast?
Slowpoke Rodriguez won't make it.
Yeah. It was, which I love Slowpoke. He's okay, Speedy.
We get along great.
Oh my God. The world we live in. We let politicians fuck up everything. Gas prices are skyrocketing, but the problems in the world is 1930s to 1960s Looney Tune cartoons.
Yeah, which were the best fucking ones.
And of
they
course,
don't make good cartoons like that anymore.
And of course, Mr. Potato Head coming with a fucking penis.
Yeah, I never saw that part before. I never realized that there was actually a penis that you could put on. I knew there were lips, there were ears, there was hats.
Mustache.
Never saw the Mr. Potato Head penis.
Jeffrey Epstein wasn't
Which
in your
is
life,
weird.
or they would have had you show them.
Yeah.
Which is weird that you have to worry about Mr. Potato Head having a penis because he just looks like a butt plug anyway.
Just a little spud.
Fucking Dr. Seuss books getting banned, gender neutraling a plastic potato. What's wrong with you, world?
Caitlyn Jenner got kicked off the Masked Singer last
Who cares?
Who?
I don't know.
Who got kicked
Bruce,
off of what?
Batman, the other one.
Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce.
Oh, okay.
Bruce guy dresses like a chick now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know. I went to a party last night. It was, first day of spring. So we were lighting off fireworks. We were having a little bit of fun. And I don't know, the mask thing on and sounded like a dude singing, but took the mask off. It was that one.
So it was a dude singing.
I don't even know what to call it. I don't know. Does he still have it? Like, didn't they chop a dick off or something?
I never paid attention to his crotch area that deeply.
I didn't worry about it when it was Bruce. I'm not going to worry about it when it's Caitlyn's penis. I don't care.
No, I made the joke about it when we had a friend on Fourth Wall here that was transgender. That was my bassist for many, many years in many different bands, and decided to come out that they were trans. And I joked that I would not sleep with them. And I also joked that if they ever did get the reassignment surgery, of course I'm going to want to see it, not to fuck it, just to see what they do. Curiosity alone.
I would. My mom. Yeah.
Yuck.
Do they look real?
That's my point. Like, is it going to look like a banana turned inward, or is it going to look like, what normally you would imagine that area to look?
Well,
Maybe
it should look like.
I don't know, Chris. That's your next song.
No, it should look like what it should look like normal, like what they're born with. What the hell?
We either have an innie or an outie.
Can you keep it after the surgery and use it as a door stop? Although in the wintertime, the doorknob would still go through the wall.
So wait, gender reassignment surgery in your mind, Don, is like getting that extra special prize in a Happy Meal. You get a vagina, but you get to keep the penis as a fucking dildo.
Yeah, you should.
It's a toy with every meal.
Damn it.
It's a toy with every meal. Holy fuck. Yeah, we are pissing.
Well, I think it's reassignment, so somebody else gets it.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea. Do they get to donate it like fucking organ donors?
As long as we don't have COVID.
Yeah.
They put it on the back of the driver's license.
Yeah, I was going to say, what sticker does that look like on the driver's license?
In the world of emojis, it's an eggplant.
Well, igloo cooler with your member inside, and there's a mask on the outside, right?
It's Willie the Wonderful One-Eyed Worm.
William Johnson.
Oh my God. That is
I'm
awesome.
sorry.
They should do that.
Yeah, don't forget the Willie has a Little Johnson.
Uh-huh.
That's
No,
right.
we're not-
That's right.
No, we're not talking about Little Johnson.
He
We're
plays with it all the
just-
time.
And fortunately, the Collins computer's working now, so he doesn't need any more Little Johnson.
Notice Colin's quiet.
Oh, you guys are terrible.
He has no comment.
No, we're worse.
Where did we find these clowns?
Hey, has Little Johnson listened to any of these shows? Have we pissed him off?
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Who the fuck are you guys? They don't even know me.
Talk about my Little Johnson. Those assholes.
Well, somebody got reassignment surgery, and maybe they donated it to him.
Well, I mean, maybe
No, they
that's
assigned it
fine.
to him.
If it's that small, it's no good anyway. Why don't they just be a girl? You know, maybe that's their part of their thinking. Bruce, I don't know.
So
Have to
wait,
ask
sexual reassignment, organ donation, Little Johnson, tech support. I'm putting this all together, and all I'm thinking is I'm never using Geek Squad again.
Yeah, you're going to try to Google all those things at once.
It's just gonna go to Best Buy's website for Geek Squad.
They got
That's terrible. I think we should wrap it up there.
Oh,
Okay,
absolutely.
sorry, we went totally off topic there. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some hate mail from the LGBTQ for this one.
I'm sure they stopped listening to this show a long time ago.
That is true.
As opposed to most other intelligent.
Oh my god.
Well, guys, normally I go around the round table for everybody to find everybody, but with Don shutting down the Life Radio right now,
Hey,
Serenity
I
using-
still exist.
Okay, then tell people where they can find you.
You can always find me at on Facebook at Don Smith Comedy or the Life 1069. You can still reach me through there. All these things still exist. You can still catch episodes of the Life Radio Show. We can go to Linktree, or you can look for the Life Radio Show. You can go anywhere and find it. It still exists. I'm just not making new ones.
Oh, okay.
For a while. I might come back later, but hey, you can still check me out on IMDb. You can go watch some of my movies. We have several out right now. I got a number that I'm going to start working on soon. In fact, I'm going to start working on 3 movies, a TV series, and I almost got to be a cartoon hemorrhoid, but that fell through.
We can make that happen. If your dream is to be a
Just ruined
cartoon
my whole
hemorrhoid,
month.
Well, I'll tell you something. I did a voice for it that I thought was really cool for a hemorrhoid, and they came back and said it was too cartoony. And I said, so you want a non-cartoony cartoon hemorrhoid? What the fuck does a real one sound like?
well, now you know because you said that Serenity, Colin, and myself are sitting here waiting to hear.
I want to
The-
know.
Yes, we want to hear the hemorrhoid voice.
No, you're not going to hear it because it's not going to be made,
We
so it's
have
not
to
going to
hear it.
matter. I have
But you
patented
can
that
still
voice.
do
I
it.
don't want somebody to steal it.
All right, all right, fine. You got to deliver next week's fucking food buffet in the voice.
Doing that whole thing, baby, that's just fucked up. That's for sure. I think that would have been
Oh my
great for a cartoon
God.
hemorrhoid. What do you think?
That works for me.
that's the shit, man.
I don't see how you could say no to that. I mean, a hemorrhoid with that sounds painful. I like it.
guess their hemorrhoids sound different than mine.
I think you're talking to the wrong hemorrhoids.
Yeah. Actually, mine just kind of sound like, ah! Sorry.
Sounds like an irritated chipmunk.
Oh, I guess it was bigger than that.
It's an itching and burning chipmunk. Alvin has gotten his career has gone way off track.
Haven't we all?
Speaking of off track, Serenity, tell them where they can find you as you're giggling up a storm.
I don't know. You guys can stalk me anytime. VinylProfitRecords@gmail.com. There you go.
There you go. And of course, last but certainly not least, Mr. Sunshine, Colin.
Yeah, I'm here on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. you want to leave me a message, talk to me about something positive going on in your world or your neck of the woods, colinwashburn@gmail.com. And otherwise, you need to leave a message with Serenity or any of those other guys. You can leave me a message for them too.
Yeah, we'll eventually get to sending him the slip saying he's got messages. And of course, guys, if you enjoyed this episode in any capacity, you probably want to go see a psychiatrist. But before you do, you could always check out all the other great podcasts, Realm of the Mist, Realm of the Mist, Breaking the Fourth Wall Entertainment, right here on YouTube. Like, share, comment, subscribe, or check out our own audio-only formats on Anchor.fm, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, or wherever quality podcasts can be heard. And of course, we're on all the social medias. You can just find us there. Till then, guys, we will catch you on the next Breaking the Fourth Wall Weekly, where hopefully we'll have some of the other people that haven't shown up in a while. Maybe Mike will actually stick around longer than 3 minutes. And who knows? Maybe we'll actually have a real story to talk about. Probably not. Have a good week, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right. What's this Realm of the Mist shit?